Hi everyone, welcome back to this session. In this session, we are going to talk about how we can insert the data into a table and how we can write the insert statement into MySQL workbench. Okay, so if you see on the left hand side, I have my schema open, and under the tables, I have one employee table. Now let's see what columns we have in this table. So I have these 5 columns. So let's try to insert the data into this table. So query for that is insert into, then table name is employee, and then you need to write values is the keyword to mention the values for each column. So I have first column as employee ID, which is a integer, so I am not enclosing that value into a single quotes. Then name, I have a name here, second column, so I am providing the name of an employee. Then age is the integer, so I am just giving one number for age. And then department ID column is also a integer, so I am giving a value to that. 201 is my department. And then employee salary, so I'm just saying some number, 80,000. Again, salary is also a number field, so I'm not enclosing that into a single quote. So I have total 5 columns in this table, so I am giving 5 values, 1 2 3 4 and then 5 values, and each value is separated by comma. So if you give like this, the SQL understands that these values are given for each column. Okay, so this is the way of inserting the data into a table when we are providing values for all the columns of the table. So let's highlight this query and click on this button of execute. Okay, so let's see now the row has been successfully inserted or not. Select star from our table employee and then execute this command. You can see that one employee, which is 101, and with this value is successfully inserted in our table. So this we have seen when we want to insert the data for all the columns. So another way of inserting a data into a table when you want to insert only for specific column. So to do that, we are going to write again insert into table name employee, and then instead of values I need to start the bracket and mention which columns you want to provide the values. So I am saying employee ID, since this is a primary key in my table, so I must provide the value to this column. So I'm going to say employee ID, then employee name, and then I'm just going to use one column as employee salary. That's it, just 3 columns I want to enter the values, and I'm going to leave other columns as blank or do not provide values to that. Okay, so my second employee is now 102. I'm just giving some test name as a employee name, and then I'm just saying the salary of this employee ID is 90,000. Bracket complete and then give a semicolon. So we wrote insert into table name, and then first bracket we mention what all columns you want to insert the data. So I want to insert 3 columns: employee ID, name, salary. So each column must be separated by comma, bracket complete. Now you start the values and then in bracket mention the values for each column separated by comma. Okay, then select this query and then hit the execute button. Okay, now we'll check whether our second row has been successfully inserted or not. So we can see here employee ID, name and the salary. Only these 3 columns has a value and other 2 columns are null. So this is the way you can do the insert into a table using two ways. One for all the columns, and another way is to provide values only for the specific columns. Okay.